free website using blogger.com. So let's get into it. Now, first off, you're going to head on to blogger.com and you're just going to click on create your blog over here, and then you're going to be led to their sign in page. So over here, you're going to continue with your Google sign in. So whatever your Gmail account is, you're going to sign in with that. So I'm just going to do that and get back to you guys in a second. Now, once you log onto your Gmail account, it is going to give you this basic dashboard where you can usually either give you the option to click on create new blog, and then this will show up. So this is going to be the page that you are going to be redirected to. Now, from over here, you're going to choose a name for your blog. So you can skip this and add your name later on if you haven't chosen what kind of blog you are looking to create, or you can just enter the name that you have for your blog over here. So I just want this to be Fashion 101. And I'm just going to click on next over here, and then I can choose the URL for my blog. So it's going to show up as the name or address that I put in over here, .blogspot.com, and that is a very nice domain name to have. So I'm just going to click on Fashion 101 and see if this is available. Now this isn't available, so I'm just going to have to make some edits to it. So I could make it Jane's Fashion 101. This name is actually available, so I'm just going to click on next over here, and now that is my domain name for my blog. Now I can confirm my display name. So this is going to be the writer's name whenever people see a specific blog post from you. What name do you want to present? So if you have a pen name, you can enter that, but I'm just going to add Jane. I'm just going to click on finish over here. And you can see over here, now this is your basic little notice for your blog. Now, how do you actually go on to create your website? Well, you're just going to go on to your layout over here. And what you can see is your basic website layout. So you can just click on view blog over here and see how your website is actually looking like. But what you're going to do is you're going to manage your website from this dashboard first. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click on theme over here. And now you can see there are different themes available for you to select for your website. Now I'm just going to scroll down and see what kind of themes we have, and you can see there are a bunch of different colors and options available. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick out one that I like. I think this one is pretty cute, so I'm just going to click on apply, and now I'm just going to click on customize. Now you can see that the new theme has been applied over here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to customize it as well. So you can see over here there are different colors you can choose from as the main theme color. And you can customize it accordingly, but if you're a beginner and you're looking to save time, it's best to just run with the basic templates. Now, you can go into the advanced section over here and then pick up background colors and the transparent colors, the basic highlight colors, all of that. And you can change the fonts from over here as well. So you can change the font sizes as well from this section as well. So let's, maybe I want to increase the font. I can do that from here. And after that, you can go into the gadget section and you can display information about yourself, about who you are, the writer, and you can choose to display that or not. Now, once you have made your basic template changes, you're just going to click on save at the bottom right over here, and then you're going to go back onto your basic dashboard. Now you can see that your basic blog or website has been created with your own URL. So it's janesfashion101.blogspot.com. Now you can get to actually customizing your website. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to go onto the pages section, different pages to your website. Now you can choose to do this from your actual website editor, or you can just go on and click on new page over here at the top left, and you can create different pages. So I'm just going to name them sample 1 and sample 2 to show you guys what this actual blog is going to look like. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click onto this, and what I'm going to go to is go into my pages, click on new page. I'm going to make this sample 2, and I'm just going to click on publish over here, and now I'm just going to refresh over here. Now once I have added these different pages, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this page, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and I can just click on over here to revert this as a draft or post this as a actual page on my blog. So if I want this to be a live page, I can click over here to revert it as a draft if I no longer want this to appear on the actual blog or the website that I have, or I can choose to publish the different pages that I have created. So After your pages, you also have different posts you can do on your blog. So you can click on new post over here. And what you're just going to do is I'm just going to add test post 1 just to keep it simple. And what I'm going to do is add a simple basic permalink. You can add locations and different options for your posts as well. Comments, you can choose that to be enabled or disabled as well. So you can allow and show existing or do not allow and hide existing. So I'm just going to click on publish, or I would actually just add some sample text. And I'm just going to click on publish. Going to refresh over here. And you can see that my basic post has been uploaded, and this was like the basic sample text. And now you have these comments here as well. And this is how easy it is to actually start creating your own blog and your own website using blogger.com. So I have this fully functional website uploaded on blogger.com. And there are very simple little navigation to find your blogs and your different posts that you have on your Blogger website. Now, on your Blogger website, another pro that you get is on your left. If you just click on stats over here, you can see all of your viewership and see what kind of viewership your different posts are getting, your pages are getting, and overall how many views your blog is getting. And you can click on earnings over here as well, and you can create a AdSense account. So that is Google's advertisement supplier. So you can get different ads on your blog and start earning money from that as well. And if you want, you can start sharing different blogs, and you can do sponsored posts on your blog as well to make money. And it's very simple and easy, and that is the biggest pro of blogger.com. Now, after that, you can go onto your settings, and on your settings, you can choose to make this invisible to search engines. So while you're in the process of developing your website and designing your website, you can make it invisible to search engines, so people are not able to find your actual website until you have set it up properly, but you can still preview it and beta test it basically for your own purposes. Now, you can even add a custom domain to your website. So it could be any domain. If you have a more creative domain that you want to add, you can add that from here. And you have a basic blog address that you can change later on as well from your settings over here. So that is something you can do as well if you want. Now, you can also set different website permissions. Now, you have your blog admins and authors, so you can add a different levels of administration onto your blog. You can see that I have added only myself. Now, you can just click on invite more authors, and you can enter their emails and invite them to write for your website. So this will basically give people access to start posting onto your website. If you have different website editors or content creators that are working for you, you can invite them, and then they can start posting on the blog. And
something from the informative segment. I'm sure that information given to you, don't take it for granted, and don't take it with levity. Take it very, very important, because in this world of today, all these things I'm sharing with you are very, very important. Stay glued. I will be right back.
Your phone was just in the middle of an update, and it accidentally got unplugged. It finished downloading the latest OS online, but the bad part is that you didn't realize it was unplugged for half of the time it was installing the update. You try to let it finish, but notice that your phone is off. You plug it back in, and it continues downloading. After a while, your phone powers up with the latest software. You're excited and can't wait to check out the new features. But your iPhone is somehow malfunctioning. The home screen isn't working properly, and it keeps lagging. Some of the existing apps don't work properly, and you can't access some files. In the tech world, that would mean your phone was bricked. Yeah, just an expensive brick in your hands. Firmware is software embedded in the hardware, or software for hardware for short. It's not like your regular software that can be transferred from device to device, or something that can be uninstalled whenever you want. Many gadgets have them, like phones, cameras, gaming consoles, routers, and computers. Each firmware is unique to each device, which is why it's very sensitive when installing. So when your device bricks, Basically, everything in your device that was updating got stuck midway. The firmware is only half overwritten by an external interruption and can't normally run anymore. The good news is that not all cases are the same. Some phones can be as useless as a brick, while some can be salvaged. If it's still half functioning, then there's a way to use your phone when it happens. The bad news is that a bricked device can't be fixed by normal means, which is why they always prompt you with a "do not turn off device when installing" message. You may be able to get away with a few seconds of a power outage, but it's better to keep your device plugged in whenever an update happens. And this applies to all devices that have firmware. Apple always has OS updates and encourages users to always back up their iPhones before updating if something like bricking happens. You can easily do that by plugging in your iPhone to your computer, opening iTunes, and clicking on Backup. Or you can always use the iCloud and other cloud services out there. That way, you'll be safe and can walk around happily with the latest firmware update. You open your drawer and find that old first-generation iPad you got when you were just a teenager. You charge it up, and it works. You're excited and saved yourself some money. You have your old account running, and it still works. So you go to the App Store and discover that you don't even have some of the essentials, like Netflix, Facebook, or Instagram. You try downloading them, but there's some error. These apps aren't compatible with your device, so you can't install them. Before sliding it back in the drawer to collect more dust, you figure something out. To download any new apps on an old OS in Apple, you have to have an existing account on a new iOS device. This doesn't work on Macs. If you already have an existing account on a new iPhone or iPad, you have to log in to those credentials on the old iPad. Once you do it, open your apps, and you can see a list of all your downloaded apps that are present on your phone. So you're not downloading them from the App Store, but rather downloading them from your app list. Now you can enjoy all the new apps on the old device. If you're feeling nostalgic, you can even download an old gaming console emulator on your Android device. It will allow you to play the old games you loved when you were younger. Still, be cautious about where you download apps. Any app downloaded outside the App Store or Google Play Store can contain viruses or malware that might damage your device. It's possible to have two messaging apps on your Android phone that supports dual SIM cards. Each brand of Androids has different names for it, but you can generally find the way to do it by opening Settings and searching for Dual Apps, Clone Apps, Twin Apps, or Dual Messenger. Once you activate it, you can open a new Messenger app for your new contacts on the new SIM card. Taking care of your phones is vital. If you have an OLED or AMOLED display on your phone, you can significantly save a lot of battery life by applying dark mode on the system and the running apps. On the other hand, LCD screens light up your phone with a backlight that's always on, even if your phone doesn't have high brightness. AMOLED or OLED displays activate each pixel to produce light. So, by having your phone on dark mode, fewer pixels are lit, which makes you save battery. And to push it into a higher gear, you can ditch your home and lock screen picture of your dog and opt for a plain black image. That way, when you unlock your phone and use it, you'll barely consume any battery life. Sometimes you get kind of bored with the same interface all the time. If you own an Android phone, you can easily download a new launcher and change the entire setup of your phone. Don't worry, it'll save all your data and keep your settings as is. You can download many types of launchers to suit your needs. If you want fewer distractions on your phone, you can get a launcher that minimizes everything from settings to homepage and just lets you use the apps that are essential to what you need. It can hide some social media apps that always distract you whenever you're working or doing something important. And just like there are launchers that minimize your interface, there are some that bring out the best of it. You can install a launcher that shows details of your phone's performance and redesign the whole thing to look attractive. Best of all, you can switch back to your original launcher whenever you want. You can properly multitask if you're using an Android phone or tablet. The option can open 3 different apps at once. So, if you're watching an intense video and someone messages you, then you can split screen it at the top and bottom to enjoy the video and type back. And if you need to read a quick email, you can easily pop that one in and have the video playing, chatting with your friend, and your email open simultaneously. There's a hidden folder in Settings for the Samsung users out there that allows you to access new options to customize your phone. Go to the Settings option and tap on the About Device or About Phone. Scroll down a bit until you see Build Number. Tap that button 7 times. After you've done that, you'll have to enter your PIN or password and activate the developer options. Congratulations, you're now a developer. With this option, you can set up a mock location anywhere around the world. Just download a third-party app that pins you anywhere around the world. If you are in New York and want to appear like you're in Paris, run the app and pick a place you want to be. Your GPS will now show you the roads, traffic, and other things happening around you. You just got yourself the latest phone on the market with more than 100 megapixels. You're snapping all kinds of pictures with every different setting. But when you look through the pictures and compare them to your friend's phone, you realize that your images aren't as good as theirs, even though her phone's camera is around 64 megapixels. Many phone companies like to market in bold, highest megapixels on the phone in the market today. But megapixels are only a measurement of image size rather than quality. So even if you have a very high megapixel count, you're still going to have an average image quality if the sensor on your phone is weak. The one cool thing you can do is print the image on a large billboard for such a high megapixel count, but it won't have the color, depth, contrast, saturation, detail, and other things that make an image good. So good sensor processing is the key. Many DSLR cameras don't have that many megapixels. They're low compared to smartphones these days, but their sensors are far more superior. Both modern smartphones and DSLRs can have the option of manually selecting the settings to get the best image quality. But in the end, the DSLR wins.
Yes, thank you very much for staying glued to that TV set. As we are moving towards the end of today's program, I would like to tell us that if you have the correct answer to the question that has been given to you, please send it right now before midnight today, as I've told you earlier. And now, before I go, I would like to advise us, please, everything I've shared with you today, please don't take it with levity. They are very, very important. Try to learn from the latest in the world of technology. That will give you the opportunity to move together with the current trend in ICT, and it's very, very important, so that you will not be at the back. You have to be together with those people going as fast as possible, because the world of technology is very, very fast. You have to move together with us. Now, I will tell you, please take them very, very important. And before I go, my general quotes. Being a computer literate is certainly no longer an option. It is a necessity. So, as you are looking at me, please be computer literate and be ICT compliant. Till next week, and I come your way with another episode of ICT on TV. Please don't forget, next week, make sure you are staying glued to that TV set to watch and to learn from the next episode, which comes up next week. My name once again, before I go, Akin Oladele, as you already know. Till next week, I'm saying bye for now.